bit more range, but I'd want to see a lot of things on the ground. I'd want to see if he considered Olivia. Edward brings back a Benedetta, and they get up a Moskov despite there being a Marcel on the other side. This is just a confidence pick right now by Aurora. Not always the easiest time to make a Moskov work when you're up against a Marcel, but yeah, they're feeling it.
Oh, and Louis Yi. So this is a Super Friends pick. He's made it work before. Match point for this battle, the international rivalry, the last one of Season 17. Only one of these teams can move on forward, and right now it's ONIC, the super fam, that wants to extend the series to a Game 5. We're on flying clouds, and we're jumping on in.
Put yourself together for you. Still a Festival of Blood for Edward, Inspire for Prince. Even got tenacity. All right. Pretty standard on the emblem sets. So far, a lot of pokes coming in from Yue towards Brusco, who just wants to protect the orange side of ONIC. Gonna get invaded by Edward and Demon Kite. Now, 4 members of RORA.
Uh-oh. It's their turn to pull their own version of the orange gambit. Now Brusco running through, freezing them all. Perk does oblige, force the flicker through that wall the long way around.
Yeah.
I think RORA wins that engagement.
Yeah, King Kong needs to compensate by getting Litho and one of the green camps here because he got his own Lizard. So the math usually is Lizard plus 1 green camp, plus your 2 buffs should bring you very close to orange. For Demon Kite, still they weren't able to, ONIC were still actually able to hold on to the Golem. They compensated instead by getting the Beetle up top.
Oh, that was really close. They were in a see if they could get an attempt on Brusco. They don't. A little bit of trading across the map, though, in terms of the jungle. But also, I think one thing you have to worry about if you're Aurora facing against this this combination of having the Golden Hour there, which could essentially set things up for Louis on Super Friends to really get the interactions off, and then utilizing a diversion, too. There's a lot of kind of weird things this composition from ONIC can do. Taken and granted, too, that you're on a flying cloud map and you can get back to the fight time and time again if you need to. They just don't want to fall too far behind like they did previously. And they have plenty of tools to play around with. I think that's one of the highlights here for ONIC's lineup, as now the first turtle is up. Some of these level 4s still coming into play. Edward has his. The select the final blow, and even the Phantom Seed for UA could play a part. Diversion used up on the top side for Super Friends.
ONIC have fully relocated. That is a 4-man coalition light. Force a response out of Super Friends. There's the real Leo Mord calling in his ult, and the penalty zone. Savero coming in, blazing the wet, but Brusco survives. Not so fast as Yue, taking him down. Edward. King Kong finds a trade. Down goes Edward. King Kong will go down as Yue dashes through the wall, uses the flicker, and gets a trade. 2 for 1 for Aurora.
US saved that for Aurora. And again, another pick you have to watch out for. If there's a Leomord on the other side, expect the Valentina to be one of the answers because of just how well Valentina shines with getting the Phantom Steed for cleanup, for aggression, for setup. It's a perfect toolkit for a Valentina.
Yeah, we see a little fight for the gold crab there. Severo's going to grab that one, but that's true. You know, a lot of times when you see the Valentina picked up across a Leomord, it's so deadly with its own Phantom Steed, and you can play around that, and that's what we see here now. As they get re-situated here, even though the first objective went over to ONIC, it's pretty much equilibrium across the board up to this point.
I think ONIC need to... By the way, great rotation by Severo to get the Blazing Duet in. But the difference maker really was the fact that there was a Leomord cosplay for the side of Aurora. Still, could be anyone's game. I'm not seeing a lot of errors, not seeing a lot of pinpoints or pain points right now in terms of how things are getting executed. Whoa!
There's a duel, Blazing Duet. An SOD by Dominkite as well. I'll call that a technical knockout. I think Savero really pulled the trigger, knowing well that he can send Dominkite home.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the gold crab, and Prince got the diversion to bring King Kong closer to mid. I think they were thinking that there were rotation-wise members of Aurora towards that side, or maybe Yue would overstep. The guy's going to be rolling up level 4 for Brusco, level 4 for Light. Edward's first item is locked in with a Heptaseas, while the glowing wand comes in for Yue.
Yeah, Dominkite, okay, just a little visit up here. He's not going to be able to catch Edward, but Dominkite not doing too bad. Yes, he is down just a few hundred gold against Severo, but Severo on the Claude, he is going to be able to do this, and, you know, he's going to double lane and handle things, everything else. Now this turtle spawns, second one in the game up top.
I think Dominkite is handling lane really well because he knows Severo is probably going to look to join in this fight if he gets a fast clear.
Okay, Yue takes the Phantom Seed again. Fight for it.
And there's it is, calling in by King Kong. Penalty zone coming through, look at the damage. Dropped in. SOD, will they press the button? Dominicite still not pressing it. Down goes Kirk. Man down for ONIC. And just like that, Aurora have the advantage. ONIC will not force the issue.
Good initiation, but with the Terizla down, ONIC will have to give this up. They know it. The SOD also landed right in time. RORA get turtle, number 2. No dire straits, but that was just a perfect entry by Edward. ONIC were not ready for the Electro Final Blow Petrify combo to come from that angle.
That had to be the very last second that he could follow through that SOD. Whoa, Edward. It's a flicker.
Out of Super Prince. Will he get punished? That's the question.
Oh.
And it seems like, yes, he just put too deep. King Kong takes out Edward.
Bot time because Severo's now getting pressured in bot.
Severo, another blazing duet. Pushing Dominicite back. Does he know the Demon Kite and Lighter here? BMI back. Here comes the backup. Super Prince and
No Domic.
Brusco coming through. Defensive views of the SOD. The flicker back. Close call.
Yeah. Really good for Light to be there. Just good response on both sides. That was really a back and forth between both teams, but they keep their gold laners alive.
Yeah, they know it's a really tense situation. Very fast to pull the trigger. And trying to find an angle for either of these two because RORA team fights so far slightly better.
Yep.
They always have 1 or 2 options remaining after ONIC have blown out the majority of their abilities. While for ONIC, they can play the map a bit more maybe, but it's tough with Moscow on the other side.
Oh, Light. Okay. He's going to get out of there. He's got to be a little more cautious. He doesn't have a flicker available. There's 4 members of ONIC down here on this bottom side. They want to take this tier 1 out. Brusco will stall out Light from going back to the base. They want the turret. They get it. They'll take a diversion back to the mid lane.
Oh! Thrown out by Kurt. There's the electric final blow, plus the petrify by Edward. Severo with the blazing duet. SOD catches it.
Oh no,
King Kong calls in. RBL. Demon Kite gets taken down. Kirk eventually still repairs the situation.
If that was me, if I'm Kirk, I'm just going all part of the plan, boys. No one saw that.
Anyways.
But we got the win. We got the win.
Yep. They made it happen. Again, both the teams are doing a really good job at mirroring each other across the map to be there when they need to. But now it's 1 for 1 for the Turtles on both sides. This third Turtle in control of ONIC right now. Not sure if RORA is going to contest it. They just give it up because Demon Kite just spawned, so he'll go ahead and grab his purple instead as they get ready to prep for this Lord here. So majority of these fights too, it's been the 4 guys across from each other. Now we'll start to see the gold laners come into play a little bit more here. I'm wondering where things are falling into place item-wise. Golden Staff now for Severo. He's got to be close to the... Oh yeah, that was his second item, right?
Yeah, still kind of far.
Still kind of far. Oh, Demon Kite.
And the Golden Hour stops Demon Kite. Where are you going? Brusco puts a stack on that freeze on him. In comes King Kong running through. Charges through. Blazing duet gets back. Though, as Severo does still hold on.
Wow.
Oh, they're happy with the pushback.
Yeah, safe place, Kite Brother. Diversion just to quickly reposition instead of walking.
Good little peel there coming out from the team. Again, that's been the nature of this game already, the game 4. RORA trying to peel for Demon Kite if he has to. And, you know, again, playing for Demon Kite on this Moscow. We've seen a couple close team fights, and a big play of that with this kind of composition is, again, these gold laners. DHS just picked up, so both have the 2 items locked in as they build into the third here. Severo has been pretty good at just being where he needs to be in Blazing Duet and relying on, if he's got to rely on the Louis for Super Prince to get out and out, he can. If they can use it later on, like we've seen before, when the Lord is up and you can get that longest BMI positioning in favor of you, utilizing the Louis. So this is all a great macro possibility for ONIC. Whoa, mid lane?
Oh, they try to collapse on the Light, but he's just too elusive. Close call.
Kirk. Now sending Demon Kite back. Oh, Kirk's in trouble.
And Demon Kite finds the Boxing Knight on him. In comes Brusco. Golden Hour. The kick just right outside. In comes the rest of ONIC. The Super Fam thinking, should we? Shall we?
They can turn.
We will. In they go. Blazing to it. Plus penalty zone. Severo right in Demon Kite's face as Kirk just survives, but barely. King Kong once more. King Kong running through Brusco. Very low. UA will not force the issue. That's a 1 for none to take, plus the turret.
Yeah.
ONIC are just pushing forward the tempo.
Perfect tempo, and this is why this low Yi pick is so good for ONIC. They needed to be able to cover the map and cover the ground so much faster, while also have some great tools mid-team fight.
Oh, this Lord is up. ONIC's going to go ahead and try to blitz it as fast as they can. It's already less than half health here. Is Aurora going to do anything or just give it up?
I think they just should. ONIC are just playing hard to get, baiting them in. That's a Lord secured for the Super Fam.
There you go.
Well done, ONIC. Well done, Kirk, also with that turn with the penalty zone and the flicker.
He survived.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure RORA expected that, and they saw that coming, but they still found themselves in an awkward spot where the three of them were close enough to get penalty zoned anyway. So
yeah,
I think a bit of a misposition there by RORA, also trying to handle that whole situation.
Yeah, it was so good too, timing with the blazing duet from Severo.
Yeah.
If only, you know, they were able to capitalize it on a little bit more, but I think they were happy with what they got. They're slowly chipping down these turrets.
It was for a turret.
Yep, yeah. Opening up the map. He's now got his Trinity locked in for Severo.
Wave clear is tough for Aurora. They have to commit a lot of big ticket abilities just to clear the minion waves well.
Not to mention the range issue, which can be punished again by a mad combo between the DPZ and the Blazing Duet. Quick rotation down bottom. ONIC are just in RORA's head, like, where are we going to pop up next?
Yeah, that's one of the things you kind of forget about the strengths of having a Louis in your favor. Lord will charge up into this bottom base turret. Little swing with the cloud there. I don't know if Light's going to try to do anything off this. They just want to clear out the Lord and these waves, as mid-tier 2 will fall as well here. As ONIC continues to build up on this lead. Oh, SOD thrown out. You don't want to follow through with that, but they're trying to defend onto this.
King Kong with the Phantom Steed.
Oh, Edward.
To disincentivize any more aggression, and Edward gets taken down. Light looking for something, but Super Prince violence, serving up the kill, and they rotate. Diversion up top, Super Prince stays. He was going to go home, though, as Aurora still reeling from the pain of that rotation down bottom, cannot defend this top lane push.
The ideal was there, the timing just wasn't.
Not yet endable, though. But ONIC have played this brilliantly. I think that was a little bit desperate. I think they were trying to force out the BMI early from Severo. But then Severo just stood his ground. He's like, I'm going to basic attack. I don't care. I have the Purify anyway. Yeah. And he knows that he has enough lifesteal, enough vamp to survive the initial hits that he'll get either from the Moskov or the Benedetta. And since he didn't go, it forced RORA to awkwardly force an attempt on him and the rest of ONIC.
That's what the last two big team fights have been. It's like this awkward fight for RORA that it's just not going to favor them here. Got a flicker available for Kirk if he decides to try to push into the base, but they'll most likely just wait for the Lord. It's up here in less than 10. Then they get ready to cap out the game to bring it to game 5.
This is Marcel with the Guardian helmet and the photo flask of the Oasis, so a lot of utility. He's going to be difficult to take down.
Good seal used. We'll scout out.
Going hunting, spots Light in that Y brush, flushes him out.
Yeah. One thing that ONIC has to be careful of is you already has a Divine Glaive.
Okay. Let's see, he doesn't have an ult stolen. Demon Kite gets blasted down.
SOD.
There's King Kong, popping it. Gets kicked by Light, but Light goes down. Lord still standing. Blazing Duet by Severo. King Kong secured, and they take it out on Demon Kite. 2 kills plus the Lord. All Super Fam.
Very clean. They know they have a massive resource lead. And ONIC are just executing these fights really well. See? Keep it low to the ground. Don't overcook. And you're doing really well.
UA's holding on to his own penalty zone. They got to hold on for the rest of the team to come up for RORA as Lord makes its way up top. The last base turret does fall, though. And now ONIC is just waiting for the potential to end this game. But at least for RORA, they'll have a full team up for this defense.
But a full team going up against ONIC with 10 bands up, almost 10 bands up. They will try to take down Kirk. Kirk's still holding on to that penalty zone. Oh, here comes the big fat Lord wave. And in the flicker, and the Blazing Duet to answer. Severo does take down Light, double kill for him. Edward falls, and Demon Kite will try, but it will be all for naught as ONIC has their eyes on the base. We're going all the way as ONIC go 2-2.